Hey everyone, I'm here to dive into the Labour Party's recent manifesto, and let's just say it's sparked quite a conversation. Today we're breaking down what's promised versus what's, well, a bit underwhelming. Let's get into it. So, the Labour Party has released their manifesto and it's stirred up all sorts of reactions. They're pitching big changes, especially focusing on public services like the NHS. But when we peek under the hood, things look a bit different. Paul Johnson from the IFS, that's the Institute for Fiscal Studies, didn't mince words. He pointed out that the public service spending increases are, and I quote, tiny, going on trivial. That's not exactly what you'd expect from a manifesto that's been hyped up this much. Now let's talk taxes. Labour's promising not to raise taxes on working people or mess with the rates of income tax, national insurance, VAT or corporation tax. Sounds great on paper, right? But here's the kicker. The only significant tax rise, a windfall tax on oil and gas giants. That's pretty much it for the big moves. Moving on to the green stuff. The manifesto highlights a green prosperity plan aiming to inject about £5 billion a year into this initiative. Half of this will come from borrowing and the other half, yep, you guessed it, that windfall tax. And then there's the NHS, a hot topic for sure. Labour's promising to eliminate all waiting times over 18 weeks and even throw in some new hospitals. That's a hefty promise, and it's going to require hefty spending, but how are they planning to fund all this? Well, that remains a bit of a mystery. The IFS's take? While identifying deep-seated issues like child poverty and homelessness, the manifesto is surprisingly light on clear spending commitments to tackle these challenges. It's almost like seeing a menu full of delicious dishes with no prices listed. You want to dig in, but you gotta know what you're committing to, right? So, what do we make of all this? It seems like Labour's manifesto might be more about creating a buzz rather than laying down a solid plan of action. Big promises, sure, but the lack of detailed funding plans and modest tax proposals might leave some voters wondering if it's all just a bit of hype. Before we wrap up, remember to stay informed, dig deeper than the headlines, and always ask the crucial questions about where the funding is coming from and how it will be used. That's how we make informed decisions at the ballot box. Alright, that's it for today's analysis. If you've got thoughts, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on the Labour Party's manifesto. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any updates. See you next time.